Thank you for joining us. This is our culminating event for this 2025. Okay? So at this point, I'd like to say once again, good morning to our ISOG members, our cybersecurity network, our esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to take this opportunity to acknowledge the institutions and alliances who have been truly supportive of ISOG. At the very least, allow me to mention their leaders and core representatives who are here with us this morning. Some of them probably will not hear me say this because most of them are still on the other side with our sponsors, but some of them actually could potentially or possibly be on their way here. First and foremost, with regards to institution, I'd like to thank also our parent institution. And we would like to believe they are our parent institution. They're the very reason ISOG was established. That's the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. And today, BSP is represented by Mr. Mel Plabasan and team, who will also be delivering the keynote speech later. Also, I'd like to include the Armed Forces of the Philippines through the AFP radio or DWDD, 1134 kilohertz on your AM radio, and Office of the Spokesperson led by our good friend, Colonel Francel Margaret Padilla. She'll be joining us in this afternoon. She's just been called. And syempre, orders from the top, there's no way you can actually say no to that. No worries, however, Colonel Francel, hopefully, I'm hoping you can hear us. We understand the call of duty, and of course, we'll be adjusting accordingly. I would also like to acknowledge your deputy, Major Mark Cardinoza. I'm not sure if he's in the audience right now, but I do know Major Mark Cardinoza will be here. And I'd like to say thank you for the very snappy hallway setup and for actively engaging us all throughout. I am not sure, but there are a lot of people that I would like to thank, specifically coming from our Armed Forces of the Philippines, but I'm not sure if they're here present right now. So, but then again, I'd like to say thank you further to the troops from the Army, headed by another good friend and colleague, Colonel Roland Ong, Brigade Commander of the 1503rd Infantry Brigade, Ready Reserves, who will also be our speaker at the first ever cybersecurity exclusive caravan for our partner organizations. We have these events happening up there on the second level, and these are for our partners for their own purposes. Okay? Let me acknowledge also the National Capital Region Command, AFP Brigadier General Makaambak and team, troops from OG6, Army Regiment of the Philippine Army, Cyber Battalion, and Reserve Command. To all officers present, sirs and ma'ams, I may not be able to mention you all, okay? But please know that we deeply appreciate your full mobilization to provide or to give us support in this particular event. We'd also like to mention the troops from the Naval Forces Reserve, National Capital Region, led by Captain June de Acosta, the very unit where I'm currently part of, enlisted. And to my fellow Navy reservists, thank you for standing with us. We also recognize the support from the Office of the Marines under the Office of Brigadier General Hernandez and the Naval Reserve Command, Commodore Espartines. Now, whilst we're still looking forward to having the Air Force contingent, we are fortunate to be joined by Lieutenant Colonel Donald Lim, also the author of the book, Cybersecurity Unmasked, which will be showcased in our institutional booth hallway. He also represents the Cybersecurity Council of the Philippines, which is now an alliance partner of I Am Secure. As well, I would like to extend our thanks to the Department of Information and Communications Technology, or the ICT, led by the Honorable Secretary Henry Aguda, and I just heard that he actually received his confirmation as secretary yesterday. So confirmed na po siya. Okay? And we're happy about that because being a good friend, we can actually extend our assistance as well as ask for assistance from him, and we can actually, work something out for the country. He is a dear friend and an ISOG Cybersecurity Excellence Awardee of 2022. He's a consistent partner in advancing ICT standards and cybersecurity policy. Of course, I would like to acknowledge the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, okay, the CICC, and their active support. I think it's still acting executive director, am I right? Yusek Renato Aboy Paraiso. If he's not yet here, I think he will be here to join us. Robert, will he be coming? He is, okay. So let me know once he's here. Thank you. And of course, through the efforts of that man over there, that gentleman over there, Robert Pagya, who has been with us since our past forums. Thank you, Robert. The Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group, headed by Police Brigadier General Bernard Yang, who honored us as our keynote speaker during Forum 2. I am also privileged to have served as a member of the PNP-ACG Advisory Group. Other institutions, Philippine Clearinghouse Corporation, or PCHC, Department of Finance, Department of Budget and Management, thank you for standing with us. We also have our alliance partners and organizations from the Rural Bankers Association of the Philippines, who will also be hosting their exclusive cyber caravan later today. ISACA. I don't know if Raymond Monreglos is here, of course. He is the current president of ISACA, and hopefully members of the ISACA team are already here as well. ISACA is an organization where I myself served as past president in way back in 2007 and 2008, as well as having been part of the board of trustees and being a member for decades. Okay, I will not say how many decades anymore. I know it's decades. That's at least 20 years. All right. ITIP, headed by our own ISOG trustee and one of our founding members, my fellow founding members, Alan Malig. I have to thank him personally as well because we've been doing a lot of activities closely with ITIP. There's ISC Squared, past President Warren Bituin, and the current president, I'm not sure if he can make it here, Mr. Philip Casanova. We have the Cloud Security Alliance Philippines, or CSA, Gons, I don't know if he's here as well. Then Bankers Institute of the Philippines, Incorporated, BIFIL, where Rax Maniago, one of the officers in Veterans Bank, is also a member. I think she's still a member of the Board of Trustees. Most recently, I'd like to mention this especially. The comeback of the Bank Security Management Association of the Philippines, or as we refer to them, BSMA. Of course, that's through the support of its current president, my good friend, Mr. Manny Deliso. Manny, nasan ka? I know you're here somewhere, okay? But that's okay. Kanina lang kausap ko siya. Matagal-tagal ko rin kausap si Manny. All right? Now, to an important part of my opening remarks here. I'd like to also thank, obviously, and especially our sponsors. Many of them have journeyed with us for years. Some have been with us for more than 5 years. And to them, I say, thank you. Your presence, dear sponsors, especially those who flew in from across the globe or across the seas. You're talking about Singapore and other countries. Shows your commitment to sharing best practices and solutions with our community. Don't look at them as just somebody trying to sell you something. Look at them as somebody who's actually trying to share new technologies, new approaches. Whether you buy something from them or not is for us as individual users not as critical as being able to realize that what we are hearing from them and what we see from them is something that we can use in our respective organizations. Now, very, very special mention is given to XMS. Specifically, Shamir and team, including Pam, Nilda, who has partnered with ISOG in establishing IM Secure. This has been existing and this has been ongoing since 2018. 2018. It's about 8 years, roughly 7, 8 years. Tama ba bilang ko? I'm not sure. Mahina ako sa accounting eh. Under my watch, ISOG will continue to grow to greater heights. That is, at the very least, that is an effort that we promise to make. Okay? We will try to foster deeper alliances and more meaningful content, just as we are expecting here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I have actually consumed so much of your time right now for an opening statement. It's not a statement already, parang nobela, no? However, I don't have a choice, but I need to acknowledge our partners, the people who have been working with us. And I believe, if anything, this is worth it.